What is going on, everyone? I hope everyone is having an amazing day today. Remember, today could be a great day for you if you all want it to be. Now, as promised, I am driving to a place where I promised you all before. Just getting out of my road here. Apologize, I haven't really been active that much. I have been, but not as much as I like, and not as much as you all like. But I'm doing what I gotta do. In today's video, I just want to say I'm glad that you all are riding along with me. I'm actually going to be going to a place that I promised for a while. There you go, that dude needs to slow down. So as promised, I'm taking you to one end 394 to the other end of 394, which ends at 421. Now I may go down 421, take you to a couple of places there. When I get better tires, which I'm working on that right now, when I get better tires, I will take you down 421, take you into Shady Valley, take you into Mountain City, on that side of 421. It is such a gorgeous day out today. Stormed pretty bad last night here. We were actually under tornado warnings last night. But luckily it passed over and we didn't get hit with anything. Except for just a lot of rain and thunder and lightning and the good old fun stuff. Such a gorgeous day. Back that way. Sort of looks like it's gonna rain a little bit, but if it does, it does. If it don't, it don't. A lot of traffic out today too. Well, I understand it's Sunday. truck in front of me. But down they're all over the road. Look at that. The reason why I'm falling a little further behind, because I'm not gonna, if I can give it some time to react in case I do something stupid. I'm glad I am going this way and they're going straight. Now that's why I was a stupid kid. Doesn't sound right. Anyways. This is 11W. This runs from, on the Tennessee side, from Bristol to, they say this actually can go all the way through Tennessee into Memphis. Man, what's wrong with windows up here? They say 11W can go all the way to Memphis, which I've not tried. That'd be a long route, like a long drive. Because from my house to Memphis, it's about 8.5 hour drive. And I've been there, I've done it. I'm not driven myself, but I have been on the road to Memphis. Actually, we went to, it was back in 2008. Dad had a county, like a seminar down in Nashville. So we all went to Nashville with them. Then we drove over to Jackson and spent a couple of days with my pastor at that time. Arkansas, just where, go to Arkansas for a few and go back. Yeah. We were down there when those tornadoes hit Nashville and the Mississippi River flooded the Arkansas, Memphis, Arkansas area. So we were down there when that happened. Which we were staying, I think we were, I'm trying to remember, I think we were staying at the Sheraton down there in Nashville. And it's a high-rise hotel. The wind was was so bad you can actually feel the building swaying from the winds. It was wild. Now I do know that the route that I'm going on, 421 actually runs through Bristol, which, you know, Bristol's runs through Bristol, headed through the mountainside, going into Shady Valley, into Mountain City, and eventually 421 ends up in North Carolina. Take you through Holston up there. I don't know if I can get up on the dam or not, but take you up there to Holston Dam. I'm taking you all up on Watauga. Let me take you up through this. Now this, sorry. Now this road right here runs from Bristol, actually goes into Virginia. 11W does. And you can actually go, as far as I've been on 11W's in Roanoke, but I've taken 11W into Knoxville. But it can go into, I still believe it can't make it to Memphis. I could be totally wrong, but there's a vehicle. These vehicles blew up. So a lot of black smoke coming from that truck. Smoke coming from that Dodge. Apparently they can't ram it nor dodge it. Sorry. I know that was a terrible joke. But now this is a nice little highway too. I'm actually going to probably Friday, since I am taking off. I'm taking off this coming up Friday. Taking off. So I'm still debating on what I want to do, but I may go to Pigeon Forge for the weekend. I may go to Pigeon Forge for the weekend. So I'll definitely film on the way there. I'll probably film on the way back. Okay, so this is 394 that I'm getting onto, which you've been on this many a times with me, because this is the way I go to work. So this is 394. I'll take you to 421. According to the map, it's only like 16 miles from one end to the other, which is really strange, because it seems like it's a whole lot longer than that. And you'll see it, you'll notice it when that you're on it. Since you're on it now, the 394 feels like it's longer than 16 miles. But it's about 15 and a half. By the time you stop and everything, it feels like it's longer. So right through here is only 45 miles per hour. One place I definitely want to take you up to is in the Hickory Tree area, going back towards 421. It's the Cherokee National Park, Forest Park. You would basically have to have a truck go through there, because it's, unless they went in there and paved it since I've been up in there. Nothing but gravel. I've taken the truck up there a couple of times, mudding. Plus, I've been up there a couple of times with the county. But, yeah. I'd have to have the truck up in here for that one. There's also another place I want to take you up to, is my family's cemetery. Well, it is a family cemetery, and it is my part of my family, but it's not the one that I've shown you all before in the videos. According to legend, up at the other part of the cemetery, my other family cemetery, there's two witches that are buried up there, outskirts of that cemetery. And I've actually done the podcast on it. I've talked about it. It's the Witches of Timber Tree. Also, this, not to really change the subject, this stretch of highway is Tennessee Ernie Ford Highway. If you don't know who Ernie Ford is, he was a country musician. He was born in Bristol. Another Scenic, you know the song, going back to the cemetery tale, there is, according to legend, there is 2 witches buried up there at my family's cemetery. Not in the cemetery, but on the outskirts of it. So I had to have a truck to go up in there too, because that road is all to pieces to get up in there. So that's another place I want to take you all. This is 45 mile per hour too. But people, as you can tell, drive faster than 45. It used to be 55. Now I understand why they lowered it to 10 more miles per hour. Gas is $3.69. BP gas back there was $3.89. So this is $3.94. Tennessee Ernie Ford Parkway. This road needs to be repaved. There's Exide Drive. We were on that the last time I come through here. That runs right in front of the racetrack. And as promised, I was going to take you through 394 to 421. much challenger in the front with wider tail lights. This is 11E we're coming up on. 11E19. So 19 runs into Elizabethton, into North Carolina. But we're going to go State Street. Getting a little warm in here. You also can get to 1911E from this road right here, coming up on your right. That goes actually into Bluff City, so you can go to Bluff City that way, but you can also connect to 19, which is Elizabethton, Old Elizabethton Highways. There's the Bristol Motor Speedway on to your left. Now you won't be able to see it, but there's a house that you can see from 11E19 right there. But they used to say that when the race was here, like when the races, were coming in, Rusty Wallace used to own a house right there. Also, there was a house back in the other part of Bristol next to the golf course. They say that Garth Brooks, which used to be, a country singer, Garth Brooks used to own a house up here, which I highly doubt that was true. But yeah, fun facts. You have a turn, basically a turn up there. So what I'm saying about how long this feels, all the stopping and everything that you gotta do at red lights, and you got the people that can't really drive, it makes this highway a little, feels like it's longer than normal. So far I've installed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So far I've done 7 in this car. I've ordered some more. I'm just waiting for them to come in. But yeah. So if y'all want to check those out, go ahead and check it out on the TikTok shop. They're just the little wireless lights you see all over. But if you order them from me, I get a commission from them. So be sure to order some. They're bright. They're amazing. I didn't expect them to be that bright in this car. Go into my page. It's BL8, BL, I think it's Brandon H8710. So go on there. It's the last video that I posted. And see for yourself how bright they are in the car. And order you some. Which I'm going to order more, because when I get my office set up for this job, hopefully I can transfer to another project, but as soon as I get my office set up, I'm going to put those lights on the walls. And see, we are now right here at the 421 entrance. I told you, it seems like it's a lot longer than it seems, but it's really not. And now we're on 421. Church Key National Forest. That's it. I mean, we're going to be, which I'm not going all the way into, because as 421, once it gets onto the 2-lane, it is called the Scenic. You've got the Dragon down in Tazewell area. Up here, you've got the Scenic. But ain't the North Carolina mountains gorgeous right there, y'all? I'll take you some. That is the North Carolina mountains. They are so gorgeous from there. Now I will be going that way too. I'm going to go down this way. But there is Highway 44, which is also the Bluff City Highway. So you can get to Bluff City from multiple places. I will be going, if I want to go over take you to the marina and back. That way right here, it goes down to South Holston Dam, which that's probably where I'll go next. So, I mean, yeah, I'm going to take you right around. Right there, on your right, it's called the store. They always call it the 421 store. Which, yeah, still got the sign, this store. Not been up here in a while. Out to be a gorgeous day. Turning into the two-lane. Now the two-lane on 421. This will take you into Shady Valley, Mountain City, into North Carolina. It also will connect to the Shady Valley store, which I'm not going all the way through there. But at the Shady Valley store, instead of turning into the store to turn right, it goes to, and by the way, you can get to Abington from here too. That goes through Damascus and Alabama. But Mountain City, 22 miles, Boone, North Carolina, 52 miles. So, but it goes into Elizabethton. Instead of turning into the store, you know, it goes. Goes in the Butler and all the Park. You see goes to Painter Creek, which there's a marina up there too. Now I will get better tires, and I will take you through the Scenic. I mean, you've probably seen more videos on YouTube on it, but I want to show you my side of things. But there's the marina, Laurel Lake, Laurel Marina Yacht Club. Going over top of the lake. South Holston Lake. Check this old bridge out, y'all. Pour some water in my cup here. Ever since of me getting choked at work the other day, I'm gonna pour the rest of this ice out. Let me pour this out real quick. Rest of my ice out. Fresh cup of water. Alright, now check my messages here. Chime. There's just my banking account. Alright, well, we're going to head back the other way. And I'm going to go through. Getting out of there. So we're going to head back the other way. And I'm going to take you up to Holston. South Holston Dam. There's a lot of motorcycles that like to take this route. y'all can tell. Bristol. Over here to the dam. top of there. Open daytime, please be out by dark. The tractor wasn't even paying attention. But I'm right almost. I swear. I'm not being up here in a while either. Places. Well, yeah, these sunglasses are dirty. Well, guess we'll head back down towards the other end. It used to not have it blocked off. I don't understand why now they have it blocked off, but it's all good. Well, that spoiled the fun. Well, let me rephrase that. That spoiled the fun for that spot. There's several others. Stopping. I'm not sure how peaceful this is up here. Long section. Alright. Alright. And so alright, well, we'll head to the next spot. Up there, unless those are out in range. There's a boat down, boat dock. Could have been down there. Yeah, I'm gonna go down here. So let me turn around a little bit here. So I'm headed back down there, but I'm going to actually go down to the boat ramp right there. Motorcycle, but he's just roaming around it. this is a little bit of a detour, but you know, it's a gorgeous detour right here. Ain't that gorgeous, y'all? Oh. Oh, well. So, huh. Come down here and fish, I guess, if you wanted to. Okay, why am I in SOS? Makes no sense. Unless the service, unless I have no service here. Oh well. I hear a car coming. Alright. Well, we'll go to the next spot. This has SOS. Not sure why. Turn there. I was gonna turn there, but I wasn't able to. Area. time I was going to attempt to turn around, there's always a car coming through. Crazy. I hope you're all enjoying this ride along as much as I enjoy having you along with me. we're on this right here is Vitamin Creek, but we're fixing to go on to Hickory Tree Road. Another rumor was, when I was working up in here, another rumor was that Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie had a house up here on the river. That was never confirmed, but it was another rumor. And it's actually, it was in, if you Google it, they say you can see there's a photo, not on Google, but there is people that said, well, we've seen Brad Pitt on the river. So I don't know if that's legit or not, but it is what it is if it is, you know? Cemetery. Coming up on the Hickory Tree store here in a few. They have amazing food in there. So yeah, they have amazing food. Those buildings up on the top right there is, one of them is the Sullivan County EMS, and the other one beside it is the Hickory Tree Highway Department branch, the Sullivan County Highway. Sullivan County is a huge county, but there's the Hickory Tree store, which is closed on Sundays. That's the Hickory Tree store. Hickory Tree Volunteer Fire Department. We're heading back towards Bluff City. nice road through here. Which is actually Weaver Pike. Now that runs back into Bristol also. Actually it runs back into 394 where we came through. So Bluff City up here is a little town between Elizabethton and Bristol, actually a little town between Piney Flats and Bristol. It's a little river town, really. Doing the speed limit, and yeah. Now this junction right here is Chickapin Grove Road, and that will run into 19, which also you can go to Bluff City this way. But you have to go through 19. We're still on 44, which is Bluff City Hickory Tree Highway. Also, it's called Rockhold Road. Far from the actual Bluff City limit side of things. little cemetery. And actually, when I was doing research on it's done by Sweat Mutual. Anyways, when I was looking into it, I believe Jim Crockett's parents, Jim Crockett Sr., his parents are buried at that cemetery we just passed. Now this is a very long road, as you can tell. So now we're getting into the Bluff City city limits. Now, Bluff City is a historical town. While they have to yield, or while we have to yield, when they get a stop sign. That made no sense at all. Bluff City Diner. They have good food too. Glass shop. I'll turn right here. You can come down here and fish through here. Check that out. An old caboose, or yep. Sit here for a few. Sit here just for a few, and I'll be right back, yo.
And they all staring at him like
Alright, well, I guess I'll go ahead and slowly head back towards the house. Let's see what... Really? Maybe turn left. I'm turning right. So. Used to be a little bridge right there. Yeah, I'm gonna head back towards the house. Womack's Old Fort. It's a house, a historical house up here. If I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it's on sales. Can't remember. I'll have to go back when I get back to the laptop. I'll look at the National Historical Homes. Going back into Bristol. Evercock's home, yeah. I knew that was down that way. Now we're back on 394. See, it's like one of you, sir. I'm going to take this way. We get on to Volunteer, which is 11E. I'm doing it, you know. I mean, this will go towards the where are the lead chips coming from? I guess. I mean, hey, speed bumps here. SCCA. There's how to get into the racetrack. Jesus Christ. That would have been a good one. But yeah, this is Bristol Speedway. Bristol Speedway. And I'm going up through here. I know what are they going to do? Kick me out? There's the Burton Smith building. I don't think I say anything up here. Actually, I'm going to get out and take photos. I just realized I'm still recording on the Dashcam. I'm actually never mind. I was gonna I actually recorded instead of took photos. But it'll be okay. Gate 5 forward. I don't know when the race is here again. If I'm not mistaken, I think it is sometime next month. I want to say sometime next month. Right here I'm working. How in the world? Okay, but there's how you get to the down to the pits. Well, we're not going to be able to go down in there anyways. But usually this lot right here in front of you is a lot where the drivers park their RVs and everything. So I'm going to go back this way. Jeffrey Earnhardt Racing Experience. So yeah, that's the gate to the pits. I'd like to know if I can do something. I was going to go right there at the gate, but Johnny Motors Bass Pro Shop. parking lot maybe held over an hour since coming out. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and turn around and come out. But yeah, you get to see the Bristol Motor Speedway property for a little bit, and the Burton Smith my father always said, if the gate's open, go for it. So, yeah, that's where all the drivers will come through. Look at that massive right there. That just holds the screens in, the Colossus. That right there is the world's fastest half mile, they say. Yep, helicopter landings right there. Thank you for visiting Bristol Motor Speedway. South building. Credential office. I don't know what credentials mean, but oh well. For them, I know what credentials actually mean, but I don't know what it means for the racetrack. But yeah, that is the Bristol Motor Speedway. Go into here. Now this is like the number one main entrance. This is another part of the Bristol Motor Speedway. And of course, people gotta drive. Well, I'm out of water. There we go. There's the drive-in movie theater. one more place. Then I'm gonna head to the house. The other one is historical place. Well, it's going to be able to get over it now. Because of them. Okay. Well, either way, what you're looking at is Tennessee High School Stadium, which is the Stone Castle is what they call it. Let me actually go around here and turn around. I'm turning around out there. Alright. So the Stone Castle, as I played here a couple of times, football and in band, when I was in the band. So we've had competitions here, and I've also played football here. Well, I didn't play here, but I played on the field. This is a historical marker. Truck, you need to know what you make your mind up. So this is the Stone Castle. This is the visitor side of it. Right there's the historical marker. Bristol Municipal Stadium, and you can't pull in right there. Okay, so that says no turn on red. Wait, what they just special? I smell asphalt, so it must have paved through here. Boom. Okay, and what you're actually seeing right there ahead of you is Viking Hall. Now that is that Freedom Hall. It's a concert place, but that's also where Tennessee High plays their basketball games, volleyball. There's their gym, basically. But also this is where they have concerts and everything like that too. So it's just like Freedom Hall, basically. So Tennessee High is actually technically supposed to be haunted. Due to a fact, I don't remember the year, but a young teenager was walking home from school and there used to be railroad tracks through here. So they were walking home. I can go this way. The teenager was walking home and got struck by, unfortunately he got hit by the train. So, they stole my car. or I stole theirs one. Which is it? I don't know. But anyways, shoot. So So the teenager got killed, got hit by a train, and now you can see, here's the story behind that. The kid, you can still see the kid roaming around the hallway. Every now and then at night, you'll hear a train. Sounds like a train coming through. But yeah, it was a tragedy, and so supposedly Tennessee High School is haunted due to the kid getting killed. Now we're going home. But yeah, that is Tennessee High School. Also Viking Hall. And now I can't put that in the music or in the video because of that. I do not own the rights of that music. So, but yes, it's Tennessee High School, Municipal Stadium. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take you to one more spot. One more. It's a great day. You know, it's a great day to be out. So, what is that? To Mill Street. Oh, that's Tulsa Avenue. I think that's the right way. I'm going to take you to one more spot. And I do believe it's this way. I do. I believe. No, maybe not. I messed up. I messed up. What is this road right here? And those street signs. Okay, that's not. I smell something. It's not what I'm already here. I'm actually on the right road, but I gotta fill my cup up with water. Give me a second here. So it's 1223 Anderson. I'm actually taking you to. Now I told you 394 was Ernie Ford's Parkway, Tennessee Ernie Ford Parkway. So I'm taking you to his actual birthplace home. Just give me a second here. I'll take you to the leader. Take me to your leader. Haha. Wow. Oh goodness. This parking lot is terrible. Okay, I'm on Windsor. I need to be on Anderson. I need to be on Anderson Street, not Windsor. Again, I do hope you all are enjoying this ride along. I mean, we've went from Kingsport to Bristol to Bluff City, back to Bristol, and going back towards. I'm going to take you to Ernie Ford's place, but also I got to find it. I am going to take this road right here. I think that's the cops in there. This road right here. Okay, this is Anderson. So Anderson goes one way. So I might have went down too far, but we'll find it eventually. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so it is actually right here. This could be. So right here is the Tennessee Ernie Ford parking. This is the Tennessee Ernie Ford birthplace. Backing up here. Sure. Might have to still come out here. Yeah. So what you're looking at is the Tennessee Ernie Ford birthplace. So he was born right here in Bristol, Tennessee, which is very cool. Which is, you know, again, if you've heard the song 16 Ton, that was his song. And I'm glad it's, you know, unclouded. It's clouded up just a tad bit where you can all see that. For tours, call the Bristol Chambers. But, yeah. So I may take a tour. I may come up here and if they'll let me film one day, take a tour. But this is the Tennessee Ernie Ford birthplace. Where's my map at? There we go. And I'll read that to you, what it says right here, this place marker. It says, Ernest Jennings Ford was born February 13th, 1919 in Bristol, Tennessee. In 1937, he began his career at WOPI Radio in Bristol. Known professionally as Tennessee Ernie Ford, he began his rise to fame in 1948 with Capitol Records. The 1955 success of 16 Tons brought him to primetime TV as the host of The Ford Show from 1956 to 1961. His 1990 induction into the Country Music Hall of Fame, placement of 3 stars on Hollywood Walk of Fame for his achievements in radio, television, and recordings, and a recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom, all reflect his status as one of America's top entertainers. So this is where he was born. Ain't that cool? So we'll have to definitely come up here and take a tour. Alright, so we are now going to head to the house. It's a tight little driveway right there. You would think they would have multiple driveways, since it is considered a historical marker. This place is for sale right here. We're going to stop right here. I'm thinking both ways on camp. I don't believe you can. You can. You can. You can. You can. You can. Voila. It's been an eventful day, y'all. I'm going for that. Oh, they have to stop. Okay. And now we're back on the West State Street. I am on the Tennessee side, of course. Of course, of course. Of course, of course, of course. I know. I'm going for that. Yeah. Welcome back to State Street. Go this way. I got a friend that's got his parents started a new company. And of course, I still have music, knowing that I'm filming to put this on YouTube. Great. I do not own the rights to the music. Go on. Oh. Well, okay, so they are now open. Now I'm heading to the house. Welcome to 11W and Euclid Avenue. Euclid goes into the Virginia side. This is still 11W. The 11W also goes into Virginia side. But there it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Ha ha. Santa Cruz, OIC. Let's take.